Hi, it's Travis here, and welcome back to our adventures in Azeroth. Last episode, we retrieved the blueprints for the Super Reaper 6000 for Ziz Physics. And it looks like now they want us to slay Jorenzo, who I believe is the gnomish leader of the operation that is going on there in Stone Talon Mountains, where they are destroying a lot of the agriculture there. So I guess we'll have to slay him eventually, but today we are not going to do that. Today we're going to the Eastern Kingdoms, and we are going to turn in some quests that we have. A couple that we finished in, I believe, the Stockades. So we're going to be going to Darkshore to meet up with Dextrin Ward. And then we're going to be going to Lakeshire to meet with Guard Burton. And pretty much today what we're going to do is we're going to pick up some flight points. And we are also going to try to get to Stormwind if we can. I think it is a good time to do that because we're in Ratchet. We might as well do this now, so the next time we go to the Eastern Kingdoms, we at least have some flight points. We don't have to worry about all this traveling. And it's going to be good to get Darkshire or Darkshore. It's not Darkshore. I always forget the name of this place. I think it's Duskwood, right? Yeah, Duskwood. And yeah, we're going to be going to Redridge Mountains. Eventually we may quest there for a little bit. But I also want to queue up for some dungeons today. Maybe we can get lucky and get into a group. I hope we don't get into one too fast. But I think it would be a good idea to queue up for a Shadowfang Keep and a Black Fathom Deeps while we... Go update that so they know we're DPS. Oops. There we go. Here we are. First time Swiddly Diddly has ever been to the Eastern Kingdoms. Alright, so here we are. Let's hop on here. I wonder if we can go Ghost Wolf in Booty Bay. You're not allowed to go Ghost Wolf in Booty Bay. But Druids are allowed to go cat form. I always thought that was kind of weird. It's kind of terrible. So I guess we'll go and we'll pick up the flight point here. And then I'll head out of here and we'll travel through Stranglethorn Vale to Duskwood. See if there's anybody actually looking for any of these dungeons. SFK's got only me. Black Fathom Deeps has only me. So it's not looking too good right now, but there is potential. Maybe. And if we get into a dungeon, that'd be awesome, because it's always nice to do like to pair up an episode with a dungeon episode. We also have our Hearth and Ashtanar, so we're pretty close to Black Fathom Depths. It would be nice to get all these flight points before we go there. Okay, so here's the first flight point. There he is.
What's on your mind?
Fastest Griffin this side of Airy Peak. Want to take a ride?
Off with you.
Yeah, let's go. Off with you. It's like we're getting no rides because we got no connections. So we're going to have to make some connections here. I think it's a good time to do... I don't know if it's really a good time to do this. Because maybe a better time would have been when we got our mount, but... we were in Ratchet. So I thought it was a good time just because we're in Ratchet. But our Ghost Wolf is really only 20% slower, so it's not that bad. Well, 20% slower than a mount. If I was walking, I wouldn't do this walking. This would be like a 3-hour episode if you're running like this the whole time. Yeah, it looks like we got a lot of stuff going on here. Looks like TBC's still alive and well on Globulus, which is nice to see. Blizzard has a lot of competition now. It seems like New World is doing well. It's only been a week, but it's still pretty damn popular. Every streamer I watch that plays it seems to be enjoying it, and I'm playing it as well, and I'm enjoying it so far, but I've only reached level 12, so I can't really say much. But it's been fun. I've enjoyed it up to level 12. And there's been some cool clips that I've watched, like some nice PvP clips. You can really style on people in that game. The only thing I'm worried about with New World is hopefully the connection issues are good. Because if the servers are just a little too slow and there's lag, that game, you can't afford to have lag in that game, because that game's all about, you know, fluid movement and being able to dodge attacks and stuff like that. So if you can't dodge abilities and your abilities are coming out slow, then it's just gonna fall off, because that's what happened with the Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online had some server issues, and it just couldn't. It took a hit because of that. A lot of people enjoyed the PvP in that game, but the server problems and the lag just it hurted too much. So I hope that doesn't happen with New World. Yeah, WoW's gonna have to pick it up. I think they're a little worried. I think with the release of all these new MMOs, and then there's like a new Final Fantasy expansion coming out. I don't know what it's called, because I'll admit it, I don't really follow it that much. It's hard to follow. Oh my gosh, we're getting chased down by a zombie. I think we'll be alright. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I think WoW's a little bit worried about just Final Fantasy, New World, all these new MMOs coming. And I think that's why they released Classic WoW a little bit early. Because I think it's a little bit early, to be honest. It hasn't even been a year. You know, I think, when did TBC come out? TBC came out... Well, the classic TBC came out in what, June? I think it's June or July. So it hasn't even been like since people have been playing classic for taking a break from classic, I should say, for like less than 6 months, not even a year. You'd think they would wait at least a year. And I'm not complaining. It's cool that they're bringing classic back. I'll be honest, I'm happy about it, but I think it's a little too soon, and it won't be as hype. You know what I mean? Like, the main reason why people want classic back is because they're not enjoying TBC. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's not because they're like really want classic back. It's just because like they're not enjoying TBC. Oh my gosh, this tiger's gonna rock us. Gah! Stop dazing me. Okay, good. Put up a little gift of the Nar here. It's always scary going through this jungle. You're under level 30. I'd say STV is one of the best zones in the game. You can literally level here all the way up to like the late 40s, pretty much. And then you start at like 30, all the way to like late 40s. Pretty damn good. We'll probably be in STV for a little bit. I'm hoping there's people here to like PvP with. If there's not, then it is what it is. We're on a high pop server though, so and there's decent faction ratio here, so I hope we see some people, but maybe not. I think it's going to be pretty rough with this Let's Play finding people to PvP with, because once Classic comes out, I think a lot of people are just going to like play Classic. And like not many people will be leveling in TBC, because in TBC you can just buy a boost. So why would you know, level like from scratch, like from 1 to like, you know, most people will get they'll get boosted by mages and paladins, or they'll buy their level 58 boost. So they're barely ever out in the world, which is kind of a shame. But it is what it is. We'll figure. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're gonna get to the portal, and we'll get to Outland eventually. It's gonna be a while, though. It's gonna be a couple of decent amount of months before we get there. There's somebody right there. 35 Draenei Shaman. It's nice to see. It's probably when we'll be in STV. But yeah, I'm a little worried. I have to admit. Because like, in MMO, it's not the same. Like the best parts in like while you're leveling is meeting other people and the social interactions you have. Which is why I tend to go on hype-op servers. And even with New World, like I'm on a server, I'm on Eden. I chose that server because it's a hype-op server, and yeah, the queues are terrible. And I haven't been able to get on whenever I want, but I don't really mind that because I think in the future it'll be one of the servers that, you know, still stays populated. Because I don't believe New Worlds is going to keep all the players that it currently has. Clearly there's some players that are just, you know, loving the new trend. Eventually it'll get old in like 2 to 3 months, and then we'll see who actually is enjoying the game. And I think by then the high-pop servers will be a little bit more chill, and then the servers that, you know, weren't high-pop, but, you know, were kind of full when the hype was going on, they'll most likely go down to like medium pop and may even struggle to keep people on the server. And that's the last thing you want your character to be on, is a server where it's just boring. So yeah, the queues suck. It sucks that you can't play whenever you want, but it's an investment, I believe, in the future if you actually want to play the game down the road or down the line. And my my Let's Play character is on Nuni Chaha in New World, so he'll that server's like it's like medium high pop. So if that I think that server may be like maybe one of the servers that may die off. There's a potential that it'll die off. I'm not going to say it's going to die off, but there's a potential that it could have population issues when I think the game's hype dies down. Because we're slowly but surely going to get to the end game, and as more players get to the end game in like a couple of months and their gear's fully decked out and there isn't much for them to do, and wars are getting a little dull, we're really going to see fall off, I think. And it's going to be on New World to spice things up. And I think they have things right down the line ready for that. They know all about, you know, content drought in MMOs, so I think they'll do well. But yeah, New World's the top game now. It's not, I wouldn't say top game, but it's got the hype. If it keeps the hype, it'll be a top game. Or a top MMO, that's for sure. Be up there with Final Fantasy and WoW. It's good that WoW's getting a little competition. Oh, look who it is. Stitches. Good old Stitches. You gotta stay away from him. That guy will one-chop us. Oh my gosh, dude. Please don't one-chop me. Please don't one-chop me. Okay, maybe please don't two-chop me. Okay, we made it to Darkshire. Okay, good. He's going back on the road. But it looks like we're going to see him pretty soon in Darkshire, so we better watch out. Some cool quest chains in this zone. I never leveled here until I played it on Trav and Trav, just the Dwarf Hunter Let's Play that I got going on. And it's a pretty cool zone. Got some good quest chains. Okay, so what are we doing here?
Well met. Greetings.
So long as a molester of the dead, like Dexton Ward, is permitted to live, justice stands betrayed. Return to me once Lord Ebenrock's sentence of death is carried out on that defiler, Ward. We shall give the families of the dead the closure they deserve, and better yet, we will send a clear message to the House of Nobles in Stormwind. So Dexter Ward finally paid for his crimes against humanity. Good riddance to the scum, I say. And cheers to you, my friend. Not only have you given the families of the dead the peace of mind they deserve, you sent a poignant message to those corrupt bureaucrats in the House of Nobles. Stormwind must rise to the needs of the people of Duskwood, or we will break free from their tyranny. Okay. So it looks like, yeah, Stormwind's not doing a good job. You know, Westfall's falling apart, Duskwood's falling apart. Seems like Stormwind's really the only fortified place. Where we're going now, Lakeshire seems to be doing somewhat okay, but they're having a lot of troubles too with like Murlocs and Orcs and Gnolls. So they're not doing too well either. So yeah, it seems like the humans of Stormwind need to pick it up and protect their towns. They leave that job up to us. Alright, so there we go. We got a second flight point.
Hello.
Looks like we are now connected to STV.
Have a good
Or
one.
Booty Bay, I should say. And now we'll go to Lakeshire, and we'll get the flight point there. And then we'll make our way through Elwyn Forest and go over to Stormwind. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to find anybody. Which is too bad. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are having trouble with the last boss in SSC and Tempest Keep. Lady Vash and Kale Foss are no joke. But it all takes some time. The bosses haven't even been out for a month, so. And those guilds are fun to be in. The ones that are like, you know, they don't just do it in one week. They take some time to get the final boss down, because then it really feels good when you get it down with everybody. But the problem is like, if you're a person who plays the game all the time, those types of guilds kind of get annoying to you because you feel like you're putting in all this effort and all this stuff, yada, 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 and you feel like, you know, everybody else should. That's why the way I play the game is I just put my effort in depending on the amount of effort in depending on like what scenario, like what type of guild I'm in. If the guild's more chill, I'm more chill. If the guild's a little more sweaty, I try to be a little more sweaty. I usually get burned out though when I'm in the sweatier guilds. I can't do it forever. I like the more chill atmosphere that's more laid back and there's like, you know, a lot of joke cracking in the guild and stuff like that. But the benefit of sweaty guilds is there's a lot of upfront preparation, and if you have a solid group of people that are down to like put that preparation in, then you'll get the bosses down fast, and then it's actually really fun. You're like kind of competing for server first and all that stuff. And then every week after that, it's just like you actually save time, believe it or not, if you're in those guilds, because everything gets done really quick. A lot of those guilds can probably clear all of the Phase 2 content in just one night, so they move pretty damn quick. But it takes a lot of effort. But the worst guilds to be in, I think, are the guilds that are kind of half and half. And that's a lot. That's majority of guilds, guys. They have the people that try hard, and they want to turn the guild into like a competitive guild. And then you have like the 10 people that are just more chill, or they like to think that they're sweaty, but they don't put it in the time to be like that. And those guilds are the worst, in my opinion. Because it's just it's a very negative atmosphere. It's like the vibe is very negative when you're progressing. Because the people that are like really trying to get it down fast, they're like they're never content with what's going on with the guild. Yeah, that's my little rant about guilds. Make sure I like to be in like the extremes. I like to either be in super casual or it's just like really super hardcore. One or the other.
What can I do for you?
The middle of the road ones are the ones I don't like. It's pretty much the sum of it. But yeah, here we go. What comes around? Have you been to Stormwind yet? To the stockade? I fear whatever trickery that has kept Targor the Dread alive for this long will eventually bring about his freedom. He was sentenced to die, Squiddly Diddly, not act as some political pawn on a noble's whim. Targor the Dread has finally met his fate. I, for one, am glad to hear the beast now knows what it is like to be on the receiving end of death's ruthless grip. You have done well, Squilly Diddly. Sometimes the truest justice can only be found outside the courtroom and beyond the clouded vision of politics. Alright, so I guess we'll take we'll go with the staff, I guess.
For the Alliance.
Probably going to sell it anyways. I might take a... This guy just... Oh, they've got a hunter here. I'll take a screenshot of this guy, why not? That'll be the thumbnail. And we got the flight point. And now we are going to head over to Stormwind. And we'll see what's going on there. Alright, so let's go. But yeah, I can talk about that guild stuff forever, for a while, for a long time. Been in a lot of guilds. Just gotta watch out for the ones that want to be semi-hardcore. That's all. That's my advice. Just watch out for those guilds. They're not bad. Like, some people like that environment. I don't, because it's not... It's just too mixed. I like it to be either one way or the other. Like, if you're a chill guild and you're more about your community and, you know, just chilling out, having fun in the raid, you tell the people that are trying to be a little too sweaty and getting upset just to chill out, it's just a game. You know, we're not here to be server first. Then I'd be chill with that. I'm cool with that. I'm actually more into that, interested in being in those guilds nowadays, to be honest. And then if you're in a sweaty guild, you say, like, this is how much time you gotta put into the game, and if you don't, then you can't be here. The thing is, a lot of, like, guilds, like the semi-hardcore guilds, they drag people along because they don't want to recruit. Because recruiting's a pain. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough about that. That's enough about that. Yeah, here we are back in Elwyn Forest. Should be fun. Usually a lot of RP goes on here. Remember watching Rumsey Ron. It's Alpine Gaming's hardcore players run through here. I laughed a lot. He's on an RP server. Did the TRP3 thing, like me, and there was a RP guy chasing him like I think it was like a naked human, male human. He was running after him, just laughing at him, and he did it for like a solid 10 minutes. I thought it was hilarious. Eventually, he got killed by a wolf, and that shut him up. But it was funny. That's the stuff I really like in the game, is when some just random stuff like that, social interactions. And the guy was a troll, but I like trolls sometimes, as long as they're not, like, malicious. If they're just, like, joking around, it's no big deal. And like malicious, I mean, like, trying to get you banned, or trying to get you, like, DC DDoSing you, like, that's just a little too extreme for me. And that happens a lot, too. It happened a lot on Fairlena server I was on. A lot of mass reporting. And it's sad because nowadays these servers are not ran by humans. They're ran by these algorithms. So if enough people get reported, like what person gets reported by enough people, the algorithm just goes, okay, must be bad, banned. It's not like back in the day when we had like human GMs and then they would, you know, work it out. I think the system was probably better back then. Or servers were probably ran better back then because they actually hired people to deal with it. And today I don't think they have GMs. I think it's just all automated. It's just kind of a shame. It's funny how things get worse. Some things get worse over time. And it's due to money. Money's a big thing. They don't want to have to pay people to, you know, it's all about the balance sheet at the end of the day. Yeah, it's kind of sad. That was probably a pretty cool job, too, just being a GM of a server. Probably hear some funny stuff. And all you're really doing is just helping people out. You probably deal with some real, like, real toxic people at the same time. Like, people who, like, don't get the gear they want or something like that. I don't know. You have to, like, explain to them why they don't deserve the gear or they shouldn't get it. And you just go back and forth for hours. And they could just be like, well, this guy took this gear and he ninja'd me and like all this stuff. And then they have to prove it. And okay, we're going the wrong way. We're actually going to the human starting zone. I think we have a quest in Stormwind. Find Colin Marin in Stormwind. I guess we'll do that. Okay, now for the remote detonation part of my plan. Oh, I haven't explained that yet, have I? Okay, so the short of this is this. With a little magic, I can make it so the explosives go off while you're not around. I'm putting together a device that'll allow you to push just one button and have the NG5 explode when you're ready. But I need a spell from a friend in Stormwind. Colin Morin is his name. You can find him in the mage quarter there. He is a human, so he shouldn't be hard to miss. So I guess a majority of the people in the mage quarters are gnomes. That's my guess. Oh, we still got Brewfest going on. Oh, man. This song, man. That's kind of a shame, because we're going to miss, like, the epic Stormwind music for the first time. Could you imagine this is your first time going into Stormwind, and you're like, you gotta listen to this goofy song? Like, this is the goofy city of Stormwind. Instead of, like, the epic song, you know? Like, the first time you come into Stormwind, it's pretty epic. And if that was your first experience, this song, like, I don't know, that would change it forever. Yeah, it's such an epic song, you know what I mean? And they just... That would be hilarious if someone came in, they're like, wow, is this like a goofy city or something like that? There you go. Just hear a bunch of drunken dwarves talking in the background. It's a funny song, though, for the first, like, couple minutes. It's funny to hear the dialogue. Okay, so here we are. Couldn't miss him.
Hey there.
Hello, friend. What can I do for you? Scroll for Morin. Now the spell you need, one that will allow you to detonate explosives from a distance. I guess we're going to have to do some for him first. I think I have it. A messaging spell. I believe that's the effect he's looking for. I'll have to create a scroll with the spell impressed upon it. To do that, I'll need debris from a dust devil. While I gather the rest of the components, why don't you head to Westfall and find one of the foul creatures? They are dangerous, but I'm sure it's nothing you can't handle if you're willing to subject yourself to one of Gaxim's experiments. I'll be here when you return.
Have a good one.
Okay. So what do we got to do? We got to get something off a dust devil, so I guess we'll do that. eventually. I don't know if we'll do that today. But it would be good to go to Westfall, at least check it out. But we have been traveling around a lot. But I think we will go to, we will probably check it out, though. We'll do that quest, for sure. Because I haven't really done the Alliance Stone Talon Mountain quest, so I want to do them. We've got a bunch of junk here. We have this BOE, because we can put some of these BOEs up on the auction house. Got a couple. Got a lot of gray gear we can sell. Surprised I'm holding on to all this stuff. Alright, so let's get this. There we go. There we go, that's the third flight point of the day. Now we can fly to Stormwind. Okay, I'm gonna sell these BOEs here. Here we go, the Hook Dagger of Power. See if there's any of these on the auction house. A couple Hook Daggers. Looks like we can sell this for 3 gold. What else we got here? Bright Gloves. It's 50 silver for Bright Gloves. It's pretty bad. Those are like... Actually, I'm selling for 45 gold. That's kind of reminds me of classic WoW prices. Maybe people are running out of gold in TBC. Usually everything's over a gold, right? Like in TBC, it seems like. Ritual Belt, we'll put that up for a gold. Seems like, yeah, it's a pretty bad belt. It's a cloth belt with Agi stam on it. Like, it doesn't really make any sense for any caster. It's okay if you're like a rogue who really needs an upgrade. Let's check out this tunic. Looks like they're selling for a gold as well. Let's put ours up for 99 silver. And do we have anything else that we want to put up on the auction house? Put some clam meat up there. The clam meat's, it's pretty cheap. Let's put it up here for 19 silver. And that should be it. And we'll just keep everything else. Our bags are looking alright. Just have a lot of food and gray items. So I'm gonna sell some stuff here.
You need something?
There we go. Oh, okay, ambassador's boots. Are these good? Actually better than our boots. Actually, no. They're close. I don't know. I'd have to hold on to them for now. But yeah, that looks like it's it.
Be careful.
And that's the end of today's episode, guys. Next episode, we'll go slay that Dust Devil in Westfall, and we'll probably make our way over to Ironforge. But as always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.